Bzzz. Hey, is your internet working okay? What is going on, you fresh bins full of excitement? I'm Chris, and yes, you heard right. Today on Nostalgia Dig, we are going to be digging into the second bin. So the first bin took about 9 videos to get through. I expect this to be the same because it's the exact same size bin. This one seems to be more action figure based, whereas the first one was quite random. This one's also random, but as I just peek onto the top layer, there's a lot of action figures. So, without further ado, let's dig in. Okay. I said that the first one was random, but the second one, we are starting with a character named Random. He is Marvel, generally part of the X-Men universe. I think he's a mutant. Yeah, he came around in the 90s sometime. I think I might have his first appearance in comics. Maybe in X Factor? Can't remember exactly. But yeah, I think his whole thing is that his arms can turn into guns, and he shoots projectiles of his own making of some sort. He's a very 90s character. See here. Check out his tattoo. Cool snake. Sword through a heart with wings. Very veiny gun arm. Got some projectiles here. I recently saw him in a comic. He's still around, but he didn't become... He's definitely like a lower tier level mutant. But he survived. He's around. Random. Okay. Next we have a quite large, like Barbie-sized doll of this character from Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I did look it up semi-recently. I think his name is Phoebus. Kind of looks like Phobos, but I think it's pronounced Phoebus. Soldier, kind of working for the bad guy at the beginning, but then realizes that he's working for the bad guy and goes to the side of good. In previous videos, I've talked a bit about Hunchback of Notre Dame, so I'm going to try to come up with something new to say every time I come across one of these figures. I think I remember in that movie that they developed a software or a program to deal with crowds, because that movie had a lot of large crowds. And I think the characters were 2D animated, but the crowds, like large crowd scenes, were 3D animated. So that was an earlier mix of those two styles, which was really cool. I remember it looking really impressive, at least at that time. Another tidbit about Hunchback. I'm going to run out of tidbits at some point, but yeah, Kevin Kline, I believe, did this character's voice. And I just looked down in the box, and here's another one. Interesting, different face sculpt on these. Similar, but different color beard and eyebrows. Like, hello. Yeah, and this guy looks like he has a button on his back. It doesn't work anymore. Looks like he might have had some fighting action. I believe these were both Burger King toys. Yeah, these were actually both Burger King toys, I'm not sure. This one definitely feels like something you would get in a kid's meal, and this one you might have had to buy separately. Not sure, but they're both from Burger King. So there they are, the Phoebuses, the Phoebus brothers. Okay, next we have Strong Guy from the X-Men. Guido, sometimes called. I think Guido's his real name. And he went by that sometimes, but then he went with Strong Guy. Recently had a Strong Guy HeroClix, so I talked a little bit about this character. But this is more of the classic looking Guido with his little tuft of hair and little glasses. Looks like his action is he just spin him and he bam, bam. I mean, that's pretty much what he does is he's strong and he punches things. So I believe this was from a Toy Biz line. Yeah, it says copyright 1993 Marvel for Toy Biz. And I believe the random that I showed earlier was also Toy Biz. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Strong Guy. Okay, we have a little RC from Toy Story. This would have been from the first one. Probably a McDonald's toy. Burger King. I was wrong. Burger King toy. I feel like Disney and McDonald's had to deal with each other for a while, and then at some point in the 90s it flipped over to Burger King and has since flipped back to McDonald's. I know there used to be a McDonald's in the actual Disney parks that are not there anymore. They are now other restaurants as well. So, not really sure. There's a lot of business back end stuff that I don't know about, but it still works. Yep. RC from Toy Story. One of my favorite movies of all time. I think I've mentioned that before. I think it's a perfect movie. Okay, another X-Men related Toy Biz Marvel figure. I think this is Trevor Fitzroy. Don't remember exactly his deal. An enemy to the X-Men, definitely. Cybernetically enhanced, obviously. Yeah, he's got a pretty awesome hairstyle. That's a great color. And he went so far as to do the little goatee neon green as well. So I appreciate that commitment. Copyright 1994 Marvel Toy Biz. Yeah, sorry I don't know more about this guy. I should know more about him, but I don't. So there he is. Probably Trevor Fitzroy. Changing gears slightly, we have a Donatello with a briefcase. This is like private investigator Donatello or something. He's got a knife tucked into his trench coat. And what's this here? Like a, is that like a lapel? Like a, what do they call them? Lavaliers or whatever? Like a little, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yeah, copyright 1990 Mirage Studios and Playmates Toys. So at this point, Mirage still owned the rights to the Ninja Turtles. I don't know if they still own any part of them. Nickelodeon might own them. Not sure about that, but there have been so many different incarnations of Ninja Turtles through the years. Both animation, live action, toys, comics. They're very popular, and they're a very popular thing to reboot. And I'm sure we've got another reboot coming anytime now. Yep, and I've said before, Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. This briefcase sounds like it might have something in it. Alright. The briefcase, when opened up, it's got his top secret gear. Looks like a bow staff that he can Break into Two, maybe. Top Secret Dossier. His Walkman, magnifying glass. Telephone. His Ninja Turtle gear. Looks like some throwing stars, maybe. And a black piece of pizza. I love the Ninja Turtle accessories usually were just one color. And I don't know why I like that. I don't know why they chose black. Just like maybe it's a burnt piece of pizza. Probably would have chose red or orange. Yellow. There he is. Private Eye Donnie. Busting out of his coat here. Okay. This guy. Also X-Men related. Marvel definitely. Toy Biz from that same era. Not a really well-known character. Looks like he's got this little hoverboard situation, which is pretty cool. Let's see what it says here. Copyright 1994, Marvel, and Toy Biz. So I did look up this guy, semi-recently, and I believe his name is Comcast. Which is funny because that's a pretty large, well-known cable and internet provider in the United States. And this guy probably had that name first, because I doubt they would name him after that now. Name him Spectrum or something. Marvel already has a Spectrum character, also named after a large internet provider, but before. So yeah, I guess his job is to fly around and check your internet speed, make sure you're getting those good upload and download speeds so you can stream. And you can hover up to the pole to check the wires. Whoa. Whoa. Bzzz. Hey, is your internet working okay? All right, just call me. Call me if it's not working right. Bye. I don't know. That's enough of Comcast. We have this little figurine of Meg from Disney's Hercules. Probably a McDonald's or Burger King toy figurine. Let's see, manufactured for McDonald's. She was cool. She was very sassy. It's Meg. Okay, here we have a figurine of Lord Zedd. He is a villain for the Power Rangers. Kind of took over as being their main villain after Rita Repulsa. I don't remember exactly when or how that happened. There was a movie, I think there was a bad guy named Ivan Ooze in that. But he didn't stick around that long. They've gone on to have several villains, like main villains since then, but Rita and Zedd are the ones that really stick out as their big bads to me. And this is a cool little figurine. Copyright 94 Bandai. He's kind of gross. He's just like muscles, like exposed muscles and brain, loosely held together by metal armor. Never really thought about it before. He is kind of gross. But yeah, Lord Zedd. Honestly, don't even remember that much about him. I remember so much about Rita. I remember I think he had like he had like one of those voices, if I remember correctly. I don't remember a ton about him. Good branding though. He's got a Z on his staff and on his little tiara. Okay, we're going to end with this one today. This is from Gremlins 2. The new batch, I think it was called. Which was a much goofier Gremlins movie than the first one. I remember loving it when I was a kid, both of them actually. But this, I don't remember his name, but he was like the main bad guy. And I believe he was voiced by Tony Randall, who, if you don't know, is sort of like an actor known for being kind of sophisticated. And this gremlin had that air about him. He was like a smart, sophisticated gremlin. And he's smoking a pipe here, as you can see. He's got his coat thrown over his shoulder. Some nice slacks. I have to watch that movie again. It's been literally decades, like more than 20 years since I've seen that movie. I want to see if it holds up. But I'm glad that I have this little figurine from Gremlins 2. This is copyright 1990 WBI and Applause. WBI would be Warner Brothers, probably. There he is. A very sophisticated gremlin smoking a pipe. With glasses. He has glasses on, too. Okay. So that's going to do it for this one. Again, I've just taken the very top layer off of this bin. There's tons more to go. Lots more action figures. Lots more good stuff. So if you're enjoying these videos, I encourage you to subscribe. That helps me a lot. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you on the next dig. Bye.